I talk a lot about Midjourney here on this channel, and Midjourney also seems to be the favorite text-to-image generator of a lot of other creators. But there are dozens of tools that do exactly that, generate an image from a prompt. And today we're gonna test the same prompt across 11 different tools and compare the results. Most of these require some kind of registration, and some require a subscription for you to be able to use these images for commercial purposes, so just keep that in mind. But the intention of the video is to show you all the possibilities, and that, spoiler alert, while Midjourney is still my favorite image generator, there are multiple options that you can explore out there. If you don't know Midjourney, Midjourney is a Discord-based tool that generates high-quality images from text prompts. I have a lot of videos on AI and Midjourney specifically here on the channel, so make sure you go and watch my AI playlist after you watch this video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mayara. I'm a multi-passionate freelancer. I actually work in branding and web design. And if you're a freelancer or if you're starting a digital business, you might want to stick around because here on this channel, I make your life easier through tips, advice, tutorials, all that stuff. Don't waste time. So we're gonna get started. On this video, I'm gonna try two different prompts, one that includes a person and one that doesn't. So first I'm gonna show you what Midjourney spits out when I give it that prompt, and then we're gonna run that prompt across 10 different tools. Prompt number one is a woman typing away on her laptop at a cozy coffee shop with a steaming cup beside her, captured on Fujifilm Pro 400H film stock. And here's something I've been experimenting with. Instead of describing cameras or lenses to Midjourney, I'm using a lot of film stocks. There's a PDF in the description of this video with 20 film stocks in their descriptions if you want to download it and try for yourself. FREEBIE's image generator was the first one I tested, and even though I selected photo, the images were not realistic and the overall quality was quite poor. And plus, it was super slow on my MacBook Air. PixArt automatically selected certain tags when I selected a hyper-realistic style, but the results weren't what I hoped for. It also generates 4 images at a time, just like FREEBIE. Lexica's aesthetic is so beautiful, even if it's not super realistic, and so far it's the best one out of the first 3 tools. Leonardo AI is a very powerful generator, and it hasn't let me down. I used their photoreal model and the result is pretty impressive. Canva's text-to-image is something I hadn't tried until now and that I don't really see many people discussing, and I think I understood why. It doesn't really do well with images of people. Dream Studio uses Stable Diffusion, and although they're not perfect, they are pretty good, and let's face it, the prompt wasn't the easiest, and realistic photos of people is still something AI has a hard time generating, so Dream Studio gets a thumbs up. DALL-E 2 is always a hit or miss. I don't understand how to prompt for it yet. Sometimes I get really cool images, sometimes they are like these ones. Adobe Firefly always generates the images as illustration first, so then you have to change the content type to photo. Good thing is that there are no limits here, and although the results weren't great, I was happy to see some diversity in the images. Bing AI was such a good surprise when it first came out. I really like the quality of their images, and it seems it doesn't do as well as Midjourney when it comes to people, but I have used this long enough to know there's a lot that it can do. Blue Willow is another Discord-based tool. It's completely free. It always tends more towards the digital art style, not so much realistic photos, but there were definitely tools on this list that did a lot worse. And here are all the images side by side, and there's a little number next to them, so you can tell me in the comments which one you liked better. For the second prompt, we're not gonna use film stocks. It's gonna be a much simpler prompt. So prompt number 2 is a lone park bench surrounded by fallen autumn leaves, rich hues. And by rich hues, I hope to get vivid, brighter colors. And the process for this one was exactly the same as for the first prompt, so I'm not gonna make you watch my screen recordings again. I do have to say this, that the second prompt worked a lot better on most of these tools. They did a lot better with the second prompt, and I think it's because the second prompt was shorter, simpler. The image itself is something that's pretty common, and of course, there were no people in it. So here are all the images side by side. Again, there's a little number next to them, so you can tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. I think these are the most popular tools, but I'm curious if there's any tool that I should have included in this list. If you're also a content creator, make sure you go and watch my video on tools that have sped up my process as a designer and creator. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is the type of content you enjoy watching. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you again next week. Where was I? This is the problem when I don't script my videos.